stretch so far. Now I'm counting coins just to fill my car. Electricity bill made me cry last week. Netflix left the chat, now my Friday's bleak. My mom called me up, said she's choosing heat over groceries, man, it ain't sweet.
Yeah, they tell me tighten belts, what you mean, my guy? Ain't no notch left, just ribs and vibes. Politician on the screen in a tailored suit, talking about we're all in this from a private room.
Got my payslip looking like a prank meme tweet, saying LOL broke on red receipt. They said it would be fine, but the numbers don't lie. Empty pockets,
Yo, you got
empty
promises.
promises, knocking on a locked door.
They inside with bonuses.
Empty pockets, empty promises, we won't take it anymore.
Hear the people on the floor.
It's time to go, vote them out, let it show. Empty pockets, empty promises, that's the line we're drawing now. Mate of mine just lost his rental place. Interest rates went up, couldn't keep the pace. Landlord flexing with the brand new G.
Said it's market forces, bro.
Then raised it steep. My sister's working double, still can't breathe. Tell me, how is this the land of the free?
They said trickle down, yeah, it trickled alright, right into their mates' bank accounts on site. I'm on hold to Centralink, looped all day. Your call is important while they cut my pay. If hard work paid off like they all decree. Why the broke squad looking like you and me?
They made the choices here.
Now we didn't get a say,
Now we're living in the fear.
and they still get bonus pay.
Empty pockets,
Jack the
empty
wallet.
promises, knocking on a locked door.
They changed the key anonymous.
Empty pockets, empty promises, we won't take it anymore.
That's a promise we can't afford.
Fed up, it's time to go. Vote them out, let it show. Empty pockets, empty promises, that's the line we're drawing now.
G'day Rockstars, how's it going, guys? On today's episode we are going to be diving into the Hantavirus story. Dudes, don't buy into the hype, don't give in to the fear. Let's get to it, guys.
You guys want to tell me how on a boat of around 150 people, this is the only video we see?
I normally wouldn't make a video like this, but I feel like I need to say something, so I wrote a few things down.
Telling you guys right now, the words that he is reading, you could watch his eyes keep going back and forth. He's clearly reading a script. These words are not his.
I am currently on board the MV Hantavirus, and what's happening right now is very real for all of us here.
Sure, it's very real, y'all. We're praying for your safety.
We're not just a story. We're not just headlines. We're people. People with families, with lives, with people waiting for us at home.
This is how the media deceives you guys. They want you in your feels. They want you scared. They want you worried about what is about to come, but nothing is happening.
There's a lot of uncertainty, and that's the hardest part. All we want right now is to feel safe, to have clarity, and to get home. So if you're seeing coverage about this, just remember that there are real people behind it.
Yes, real people like Bill Gates, Dr. Fauci, the WHO, the WEF, the CDC, they're all fucking working together.
And that this isn't something happening somewhere far away. It's happening to us right now.
Again, more yapping to keep you guys scared and in fear.
I'll share more when I can, but for now, I just ask for your kindness and understanding. Thank you.
You gotta be absolutely retarded or extremely fluoridated and vaccinated to fucking believe anything that is going on with this hantavirus.
Okay, Rockstars, and here's a clip from the HWO, World Health Organization. Of course, they're going to use a crisis, no matter how big or how small it is. They're not going to let it go to waste, Rockstars. Check this out.
Given the incubation period of the Andes virus, which can be up to 6 weeks, it's possible that more cases may be reported. While this is a serious incident, WHO assesses the public health risk as low. It also shows why the international health regulations exist and how they work. WHO is working with multiple governments and partners on the response under those regulations. Our priorities are to ensure the affected patients receive care, that the remaining passengers on the ship are kept safe and treated with dignity, and to prevent any further spread of the virus.
The World Health Organization and their pandemic treaty that they're trying to put into effect, that is stalling. The talks are failing. In fact, 5 days ago, the member states couldn't agree on the pandemic sharing annex of the agreement, and so the talks collapsed. There won't be a pandemic treaty for maybe another year, and that made the World Health Organization Director General warn, basically threaten, it seems, saying that the next pandemic's not a matter of if, but when. And he said that 5 days ago, and then all of a sudden we have this entire situation, almost like they want to scare people into putting in that pandemic agreement. They want to try and get the U.S. to join back into the World Health Organization. In fact, the Director General just said, now he hopes the U.S. will reconsider. So they're issuing all these threats. So this Hantavirus situation, it's expected to die off. It's supposed to die off. By everything we know about the Andes strain and the Hantavirus and how it's not easily transmitted to other humans, it should die off. And this was just a way to, again, scare everybody into submission. But we'll have to wait and see. Remember, who's the biggest individual or nonprofit donor to the World Health Organization? Bill Gates.
On the cruise ship in South America, there's been a cluster of 8 people, a few deaths. It's contained, guys. There's no community outbreak, and public officials are saying it's low risk. It's not a worldwide spread. It's spread from rodent droppings, for fuck's sake.
We know the incubation period for Hantavirus and Andes virus is very long. On average, people who acquire the virus will only develop symptoms about 3 weeks later. So the average is about 3 weeks. It can be as long as 40, maybe 40 to 45 days. That is also why that period of follow-up is so long, because people can still develop symptoms much later on. We know that there's been transmission on the ship. It's great that the disembarkation process yesterday went smoothly. It was very important to have that level of coordination across, and really encouraging to see that it went well and that people are now also in being quarantined at home and facilities and also being followed up. It will be important. Difficult times for people who are on the ship, knowing that they may have been exposed, they're not sure, and so they will remain vigilant for the next few days. But that incubation period means that we can see cases again coming up in the next few days, perhaps even next week, and that's why we need to remain vigilant, make sure that at the first signs and symptoms people are being recognized, isolated and taken care of.
The media is going crazy with news stories, and it's just classic fear porn to keep us all distracted and watching. The news isn't doing too well in the ratings, and our PM is a bit of a flop. This will be a perfect distraction. So make of it as you will, but this virus isn't even airborne, guys. Don't buy into the fear.
And those 6 people will be transferred immediately to that quarantine facility directly next door to the RAF base. People might recall this is one of the quarantine facilities, or the National Centres for National Resilience, that were set up at the back end of the last pandemic. It is still there, it is able to operate. It is currently owned by the Commonwealth Government and will be operated in partnership with WA Health. This period of 3 weeks quarantine will obviously only cover part of the 42-day quarantine period or potential incubation period that is understood to be relevant to this particular virus. As we move into that 3-week period, we'll be seeking further advice from the Chief Health Officers through the AHPC about what arrangements should take place beyond that initial 3 weeks. Oh, sorry, yes. There is a virus testing facility at the Doherty Institute in Melbourne that is able to do PCR or serology testing for this virus. So no matter where we were going to place these people, whether they were effectively sent home into New South Wales or into Queensland, which was one possibility, or whether they're placed at least for a period of time at a National Centre for Resilience, they will be subject to testing, and that testing can be effectively operationalised in Melbourne.
It's just the same old story as COVID. They just want more control, more global control. I mean, my goodness, the risk is low, guys. But watch them drum up the fear. Stay awake, rockstars.
Yeah, they built too far from the sun. On the dark side where the good days done. Black light, talk in the steel gray room. Maps on the wall.
Rockstars. So the Hantavirus has been around for decades, so please don't buy into the fear. Live your life. I am. So that is a wrap, guys, but I will be ending the show with the Canberra Circus Radio as my outro. Don't be divided, stay united. That's how we win, guys. Take care.
G'day, legends! Welcome to Canberra Circus, where the pollies are clowns and the media sells fear like fairy floss. Back in 1993, a new Hantavirus hit the desert. Healthy young runners and their partners dropping dead from lung failure. CDC found sin nombre, the virus with no bloody name. Straight from deer, mice, piss, shit and spit, not some lab escape. This bastard does not spread like COVID! You can't catch it from coughing or talking to some prick. Rodent only, mate. Mouse turd dust in a dirty shed. More likely to die from Canberra's cost of living bullshit than sniffing a few mouse assholes. Fair dinkum. News screaming deadly Hantavirus returns in 2026. Same fear porn as COVID, different rodent, same bullshit. While they pump this panic, Western leaders are fucking the economy. Borders and everything else into the ground, classic distraction. Housing crisis killing you? Groceries costing a kidney? Nah, look at the scary mouse virus. Starts like the flu, fever, aches, headache, then boom! You're drowning in your own lungs, nasty as hell. But rarer than rocking horse shit in Australia. Seal your sheds, wet clean the crap and stop panicking! Hantavirus is real! The hype is manufactured bullshit! Leadership's that bad they need distractions this lame? We've seen this movie before, mates. Stay skeptical, stay alive, and tell the fear factory to get fucked. This ain't a pandemic, it's a sideshow! Canberra Circus, where the clowns fear the truth. Catch you next time.